Can you please explain it to me from the beginning? What's Bitcoin?
Sure.
So if you haven't heard of MicroStrategy, you need to hear this story.
MicroStrategy.
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 MicroStrategy has outperformed every single stock this year. The year-to-date performance at the time of making this video is over 500%. Remember, a good return for a stock in 1 year is 10 to 15%, and this is 500%. And if you zoom out and you look at the 5-year average, it's now up almost 2,600%, which is comparable to the best performing stock in a long time. Now, full disclosure, I'm making this video because I'm blown away by what's happening, and also because about a month ago while I was traveling in Japan, I was looking to buy a watch, and unfortunately by the time I made up my mind, the watch was sold. So I decided to put that money into MicroStrategy. And on October 9th of this year, I put $50,000 into the stock at a price of $195 a share, and so far it's made a lot of money, at least on paper. But that doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of speculation about this stock on whether it's gonna go higher or that it's some kind of Ponzi scheme, allegedly. So today I wanna help explain why this company has become so valuable, how I'm personally investing, and how one man has seemingly figured out the infinite money glitch. So let's get into it. Hi, my name is Andrei Jikh. Hope you're doing well. Come for the finance and stay for MicroStrategy. So at this point, MicroStrategy is floating up and down between the 100 most valuable companies in the world. And here's how it got there. MicroStrategy is the brainchild of Michael Saylor, a man who at first was very much against the idea of Bitcoin. And just like everyone else who takes their time and studies Bitcoin, he became convinced that Bitcoin is the best idea.
Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset.
Now, Michael Saylor didn't just start buying Bitcoin himself. He went all in with his company as well, MicroStrategy, which originally was a business intelligence software company. And using the profits from his business, he strapped a rocket ship to it by transforming it into what people call a Bitcoin proxy or Bitcoin treasury company, a company whose value is very closely tied to Bitcoin's performance. So here's what he actually did. His strategy starts with a really simple idea: borrow money to buy Bitcoin. And the way to do that is MicroStrategy issues something called convertible bonds. Think of these bonds as IOUs. So he says, hey investors, we owe you money, but instead of paying you back with interest, we'll give you the option to turn your IOUs into shares of our company if the stock price goes up enough. But the bonds will not pay you any interest. It's 0%. Now the question is, why would anyone want to take that deal? And the reason they would is because they're betting that MicroStrategy's stock, which goes up when Bitcoin does, will be worth more than the bond's face value when it's time to convert. And here's where it gets really complicated. Recently, Michael Saylor wanted to borrow $2.6 billion. And Michael also mentioned something called the green shoe option of $400 million at a 55% conversion premium, which sounds super complicated, but here's what that means. If you buy one of these bonds, you can turn them into MicroStrategy stock, but only if the stock price goes up 55% more than it is right now. So for easy math, let's just say if MicroStrategy stock is at $100 per share, you can convert your bond into shares when it hits $155 a share. Now, if the stock does not reach that price point in 5 years' time, you just get your money back, but with no interest owed to you. And that's a pretty good deal for some investors. So from MicroStrategy's perspective, imagine borrowing money at zero cost to buy an asset that can appreciate significantly in 5 years' time. And with this borrowed money today, MicroStrategy buys Bitcoin. Lots of it. They've now accumulated over 300,000 Bitcoins. And as Bitcoin's price goes up, so does the company's stock price, but not just 1-to-1, but by a much higher percentage. And that's because MicroStrategy amplifies its gains through leverage. And in a bull market, leverage comes at a premium valuation in the stock market. Kind of like how tech stocks trade at a higher multiple price to earnings ratio, more so when everyone is excited about them. So think of it like this. If MicroStrategy's Bitcoin is worth $1 billion, the market might value the company at $3 billion. Investors are betting on Michael Saylor's strategy and the potential for even more growth in the future. That premium is what allows MicroStrategy to issue shares at a higher price than its intrinsic value, raising huge amounts of capital without significantly diluting shareholders. Instead, in fact, it's what's called accretive, which basically increases the Bitcoin yield for existing shareholders. Kind of like how when you buy a dividend stock, over time, the dividend yield on cost goes up, so does Bitcoin on cost per share. That capital is then reinvested back into, you guessed it, more Bitcoin. So the play-by-play is to borrow money by issuing shares, buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin goes up, MicroStrategy goes up, rinse and repeat. And this is the cycle that we're watching play out in front of us. It's a feedback loop that some people have called the infinite money glitch, while other people have called it a potential Ponzi scheme. Now, this strategy is not free from risk, and there are some potential downsides and some real upsides, and here's what they are. So with Mr. Trump winning the election, there's been speculation about policies potentially favorable to Bitcoin, which is one of the many reasons Bitcoin is where it is today. And if you want to track trends like Bitcoin, let me introduce you to today's sponsor, Moomoo, a global trading app packed with powerful tools to help you trade and research smarter. Let's use MicroStrategy as an example to highlight 3 of Moomoo's standout features. First, Moomoo's 16-hour trading window gives you the flexibility to trade before the market opens and after it closes, with real-time updates every few seconds. Timing is everything, and this feature helps you stay ahead. Second, the money flow tracker shows where the big money is going. On the detailed quote page, you'll see if institutional investors are buying or selling a stock, helping you refine your strategy. And third, Moomoo's investment themes feature simplifies the sector tracking. Head to the Markets tab, and with one click, you can find Bitcoin-related stocks and compare their performance and potentially discover opportunities. And here's the exciting part. For my US audience, Moomoo is offering an exclusive promo until November 30th. Using my link down below, you can get an additional 5 free stocks on top of the regular 15 free stocks. Here's how it works. Deposit $100 for 8 free stocks, deposit $1,000 for 12 more free stocks. But also make sure to maintain your account balance for 60 days to get your free stocks. For terms and conditions, check out the link below. Thank you, Moomoo, for sponsoring this segment of the video, and now let's get back to it. So let's start with the criticism that this stock is allegedly a Ponzi scheme. Now, a Ponzi scheme promises to make money for investors from the investments of subsequent investors with no real income-generating model. And a Ponzi scheme is usually pretty secretive with no real assets backing the promises. And the reason why there's criticism is that the strategy depends on Bitcoin's price going up, which comes from new money. And that can feel like a promise of future returns based on new investments. And using stock issuance and debt to buy Bitcoin can also be seen as financial engineering. But the argument against this is that MicroStrategy is a cash-generating software business that's sort of found a loophole to generate shareholder value by buying a real financial asset, which, yes, is volatile and speculative to some people, but it's a real asset that's now recognized by the biggest asset management company in the world. Also, MicroStrategy does not depend on new investor money to pay profits or dividends to existing shareholders. Shareholders buy into MicroStrategy hoping for Bitcoin's price to go up, not for MicroStrategy to pay them from the pockets of new investor money. So I don't think it follows the same structure of a Ponzi scheme, but it is financial engineering in a way I don't think the world has ever seen before. But there's still some very real risks when buying the stock, and I think the first one is the premium problem. One of the biggest criticisms of the stock is that MicroStrategy is trading at what's called a premium to the net asset value, or NAV. So the stock right now is trading at a higher price than all of its Bitcoin holdings. And right now it's estimated to be anywhere between 2 to 3x its NAV. That means investors are paying $2 to $3 for every $1 worth of Bitcoin that the company owns. So people say, why would I want to buy MicroStrategy and pay triple for their Bitcoin when I can just buy and own Bitcoin at a fair market price? But the reason that someone might want to do that is leveraged upside. Bitcoin goes up $1, MicroStrategy goes up $2 to $3. But this premium isn't guaranteed. It's based on market sentiment, aka how people feel. And if Bitcoin's price drops significantly, that could cause some huge problems. And here's an example. If Bitcoin drops 10% in value, which is totally possible, and the premium goes down, MicroStrategy stock could lose over 30% of its value. Because what works on leverage when the price goes up also works the other way around to the downside. And that's what we just saw recently happen when Citron, a research company, said that they were shorting MicroStrategy. It corrected really fast, and that's the double-edged sword. It works when it works, it amplifies gains, but it also magnifies the losses. Risk number 2 is leverage amplifies volatility. If Bitcoin's price drops too far, MicroStrategy could face pressure to sell its Bitcoin to meet its debt obligations. And selling when the market is going down not only locks in the losses, but it could also trigger a downward spiral, because if MicroStrategy needs to sell Bitcoin to pay its debt, Bitcoin's price goes down as well, creating a potentially very vicious cycle. It's kind of like how we got to this price point really quickly, but in reverse. Money made fast is lost even faster. And risk number 3 is that buying MicroStrategy is not the same as owning Bitcoin. When you buy MicroStrategy, you're not just betting on Bitcoin, you're also betting on Michael Saylor's strategy and the premium and the short sellers betting on your stock to go down. So those are the risks, but there's some really interesting upsides to MicroStrategy as well. And I would say the biggest upside is changes to the FASB, the Financial Accounting Standards Board, which happens after December 15th, 2024. Here's how it works. Right now, if a company like MicroStrategy holds Bitcoin, it's considered an intangible asset. And the accounting method that they have to use to value it is called the cost method. Meaning, when a company buys Bitcoin, they have to write down how much it cost them. And if the value drops, they have to adjust it lower, and that's called impairment. But if Bitcoin's value goes up, they can't change their books to show how much more valuable their company has become until they go to sell the asset. Now, the new accounting standard will change all of that. It's going to allow companies to show the current value of these intangible assets, which will change the way investors value companies that hold digital assets. And this accounting change could also lead to more companies buying Bitcoin because they'll be able to benefit from these new accounting standards. It really is a big deal. Now, another huge upside that people may not be taking into consideration is the ability to make interest on their Bitcoin holdings. Imagine earning some kind of a yield or interest or dividend just by holding a stock or a Bitcoin ETF. That's a really big deal. It's gonna happen sometime in the future. The third potential huge upside is MicroStrategy being included in an index. It could be the S&P 500 index or the NASDAQ, but this is where all the 401k money gets dumped automatically every single month. All companies in an index are partially backstopped by a continuous flow of money that comes from just being in an index. That is huge. That's more money that could potentially be used by MicroStrategy to issue bonds to buy more Bitcoin. And as the company moves up the index ladder, more money gets allocated to it. It's huge. Fourth upside is competition. Michael says, look, if you think that you are smart enough to beat Apple, Microsoft, Meta, Google, that's cool. Your company will make some money. But even those tech companies are probably having a hard time trying to beat what NVIDIA is doing. But MicroStrategy is beating NVIDIA, and he gave everyone the playbook of how he's doing it. There's nothing on earth that stops another company with some cash to do exactly what MicroStrategy has done. And if other companies start to use his strategy, even if it's on a smaller scale, that would amplify Bitcoin's price and their stock prices as well. So I gave you the pros and cons, but here's how I'm personally thinking about all of this and what I've done. I like to self-custody my Bitcoin. In fact, I have an entire 4-hour course that teaches you how to do that if you want to be 100% safe and put it on the blockchain. Link is down below. But when I invested $50,000 into MicroStrategy, I thought about it as just another way to get exposure to Bitcoin while we're in a bull market. And when the stock reached $493 a share, I decided to take my original investment off the table. I sold $50,000 worth, which wasn't quite the peak of the stock, but it was really close. And then when it dipped back to the low 400s, I bought back in. Now, this is a very, very risky strategy, but I also think we're just starting this run. And I do believe if Bitcoin continues to go up, the stock could be worth multiples of what I paid for it. But the journey to getting there is just going to be very, very bumpy. Now, does that mean people should invest in this stock? And the answer is, I don't know. Investing in MicroStrategy is not the same as investing in Bitcoin directly. It's a leveraged bet on Bitcoin with all the risks and potential rewards that come with it. And I tend to think that MicroStrategy could be a way to diversify your holdings, but I still think owning Bitcoin directly or by buying a Bitcoin ETF like BlackRock's IBIT and dollar cost averaging into that might be a less risky option, especially for people that are older that do not need 3 times the volatility of Bitcoin in their life. Like any other investment, it's important to do your homework and understand the risks and make decisions that align with your goals. As for me, I'm watching the stock every single day and I'm just blown away, and I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this. And as always, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to see you back here next week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.